So in this video, let us see how to create YouTube content. There's a strategy that let us see. YouTube's growth statistics changes so fast that any number I give in are likely to be outdated by the time you read you heard it. According to current statistics, show there are over 31 million YouTube channels, not videos but channels. Obviously, these millions of channels have topics or themes that ranges in variety across the board. So, general strategies for storytelling and patterns for narration we have already seen that work comprehensively. The same is true for your strategy to make that content. There are things to work no matter what type of channel you have. If you want your channel to grow, your content strategy should be your top priority. As we talk about content strategy in this shop, we will talk about it in two parts: strategizing for your audience, strategizing to leverage the algorithm. YouTube growth depends on your understanding how your content resonates with your audiences, so you can create more content like that. This includes things like your metadata and re-engagement. Growth also depends on your understanding of data. YouTube gives us so much data that sometimes it can be overwhelming to decipher and utilize as we make more videos. All that data is good thing, so try not to get frustrated. I'll help you understand how to use traffic sources and data relationships to your strategic advantage. The goal is to figure out how to combine part 1 strategy and part 2 strategy just right. Because when you do, your content will be primed for massive growth. Part 1, strategize for your audience. Let us see this part first. As a creator, your first job is to provide a smooth and predictable experience for your current viewers and subscribers. You want to create a feeling of security for them. At same time, same place, same channel vibe. They need to recognize that it's you every time they come back. Be predictable. A consistent channel is a successful channel. Your viewers should be waiting and anticipating your next video because they know your schedule and expect it from you. Create. Your YouTubers always want to know what content to create. They often ask me questions like, what video content should I make to best engage my audience? How do I make content that is different or unique? How can I stand out while staying loyal to my brand? How can I create online content at scale? Here's the hard truth about scale. There's no way a creator or brand can create all the content needed to feed consumers various appetite for video, especially on mobile devices. There is not enough time, money, resources. The trick is to create content gradually and build an engaging library over time. That might sound daunting, but with a traditional production mindset as a reference point. But to produce a scale requires rethinking that huge production process. You don't need a fancy production set and equipment to scale in. In fact, you literally can use your smartphone and be successful if you create engaging content. Create might just mean you make an entertaining video that gets people's attention, but as you consider what your audience cares about and will engage with, think about the micro moments they might be experiencing. Micro moments happen when people turn to their devices to find answers, discover new things, make decisions to be entertained, or buy something. You can find more. and Google's guide micro moments. Make content that fulfills your viewers' needs, whether that means you entertain, inform, inspire, answer, and or sell. Also, think of using video for storytelling, story making that viewers become a part of rather than telling them a story without engaging. With millions of channels called be different, might be sound like a joke. So you can collaborate, you need to collaborate. Collaborations can push traffic that wouldn't have found your channel otherwise. We talk in depth about the benefits of collaborations later. So don't miss it. In further videos we'll talk about it. I give several examples with different strategies. Next thing is curated. To have successful YouTube channel, you have to be organized. Make a content schedule, define your target audience, provide a value proposition, and deliver on the promises in your YouTube, in your title, thumbnail, and in the video itself. Be consistent with your brand in everything you do, but don't drone in your schedules and click lists. Keep it simple. Prioritize the things that should never get neglected. Make content calendar. It will serve as a week to week outline. What content you are posting and when, which audiences you are targeting, which social channels you are hitting. I can't tell you exactly what your calendar should look like because, of course, every channel is different and every creator is different. But I did make a generic content schedule template that you can customize for your channel. Don't overthink your YouTube content marketing strategy. With brand marketers, there is often to disconnect in their content strategy between knowing what content to make and how to make it. Don't waste time over complicating it. Know where viewers are coming from. YouTube looks very closely all the audience. So what does that tell you that you should do too? Do you think about where your viewers are coming from before you make a video? Every one of you, even those with millions of subscribers, need to understand your audience better. You need to know how they are watching your content. My rules of thumb is to optimize for mobile first because it's usually where people are watching YouTube. Mobile traffic accounts for 70% of daily watch time. Most creators don't take this into consideration when creating new videos. Go to your traffic sources and see where people are coming from to watch your stuff. If they are coming from mobile and you are on computer, switch to your mobile device and go back to experience your video the way your viewers experience it. The part 2 strategize to leverage the algorithm. As you have learned many times, the artificial intelligence observes a viewer's patterns and behaviors to predict what they will want to watch. Basically, because of this, your second order of business is to help the artificial intelligence understand which content goes together. If you don't do the first part, strategizing for your audience first, part 2 will never happen. The consistency tactics you implement keep the audience happy, but also give the artificial intelligence consistent information. It will recognize and group with similar content. The artificial intelligence will recommend your linked videos in conjunction with each other, and to the viewers it has found that would be interested in them. Then next thing is search. Search has been around since the advent of the internet. Search means people go to search bar of the website and type inquiry. They don't simply type in a keyword or two. They are good at getting laser specific to ask exactly what they need an answer. For example, someone might ask, how do you use a septic tank with a pool? Instead of searching pool septic tank. With every client of so next, make this list of questions. Should ask these questions. These are SAQs. Should ask your SAQs at search as an entry point into your world of content. Most creators and YouTube educators focus on search and ranking. I look at a funnel for bringing additional traffic. When you get that initial traffic on your content, you can turn it into consumption traffic, meaning you have converted your first time viewers into repeat consumers of your content. Next thing is recommended or suggested. YouTube's recommendations accounts for 70% of all views on YouTube. Did you notice that this is not the first time I used this statistic? You pay attention. You want your content to be where 75% of the views are coming from. YouTube recommends videos in three places: on browse through, the homepage, and subscriptions. The trending tab and suggested videos in conjunction with a video that is currently playing and what's up next. The trending tab features geo-specific popular topics that have a broader appeal. Take different approaches to your content strategy based on which place your traffic is coming from. Each traffic source's algorithm has indicators to know when content is good and when it is bad. YouTube takes the videos that indicate good and puts them where they will likely get the best response. Some creators think releasing as much content as possible gives them the best opportunity to be seen. While this can be true in certain situations, like for kids' content and gaming content, it can be detrimental to your own content. Multiple uploads too, too close together means the algorithm has to pick one to push, and when it picks one, what happens to the other? Traffic jam. One gets through, but the rest come to a complete stop. Browse on YouTube's homepage is the fastest way to get views on your video. This is very appealing for obvious reasons. You don't have to wait get a lot of views momentum. If this is your content strategy, be warned that it's easy to get burned out. If you are browse focused first, you need to have suggested free feed strategy too. Let me tell you about a channel whose content strategy includes having a huge library of videos. World Wrestling Entertainment, or WW, gets between 1.5 billion videos a month. They are been known to upload 24 to 50 videos in one day. This insane schedule would overwhelm browse, but it works great unsuggested. So what about the data relationships? Every new video uploaded on YouTube gets a digital ID. We talked about the content ID system and why it was necessary. The ID is like digital fingerprint. In addition, when you create a playlist, that playlist also gets an ID, as does adding a video to an existing playlist. When you add videos together in a playlist, this tactic to get viewers to watch works really well because viewers watch them in a specific order. Also, YouTube notices the IDs that are grouped together. View your content strategies so your videos are related by topic and nature. This will increase the likelihood of getting your video suggested. This is where the rubber meets the road and your view count will take off. Then video description. The video description is often overlooked because it does not produce quick or massive results. But using this feature can help you in smaller ways. The description, besides giving good keywords for search and summary of the video, also tie in links to other videos and playlists. Most people do not open the description, but some do. Again, even though this percentage is small, any additional activity from the viewer on the video creates a viewing pattern for the artificial intelligence connect the data. Next thing is playlists and YouTube mix. Playlists can be powerful tools for retaining and engaging active viewers. As a creator, you have the ability to create playlist for your subscribers and viewers to watch back to back. Viewers can watch your video almost uninterrupted because the next up video is not one that the YouTube artificial intelligence is suggesting, but the next video you have added to that playlist. For those of you born, yeah, let me give you a quick example of how YouTube Connect could be made into a series. Let's say I had a technology review channel where I featured the newest tech products. I could create a video of the rumors and speculations of a new iPhone coming out and talk about its features and applications. This would be a great video for this type of channel. Then I could make a video about the announcement of the new iPhone. For another video, I could show myself using the new phone for the first time after it came out. Another video could be tear down of the phone with its components exposed. Still another video could be video listing all the pros and cons of the phone after using it for 15 days. Most creators don't use playlists this way. They throw videos on YouTube and add title with no rhyme or reason. By creating a playlist meant to be watched sequentially and tailored to your viewer, you are creating an environment that will get you your best watch time. Next thing is community posts and stories. The YouTube community tab is a feature designed to help creators engage with their audience outside of the videos that they upload to their channel. Types of community posts include polls, text based posts, images. It's a great place to promote older videos or merchandise or other products that you sell. It's also a great place to ask your audience about ideas of for different videos. The next thing is tent poles. To accelerate visibility, use a tent pole strategy. Think about how a tent pole holds up its side of the tent. There's a peaking effect at the top of the tent. The peak represents an event or something relevant to a group general knowledge. This could be a holiday. It could be the opening day of a big movie. It could be the Super Bowl or the World Cup in soccer. Align your video topic and content around one of these tentpole peaks to accelerate your channel's visibility in conjunction with that thing. The next thing is video buckets. Once you get a good handle on your basic content strategies, you are ready to take it to the next level with something I call video buckets, content buckets. Buckets are an associated grouping for related videos, keywords, behaviors, and audience characteristics. Each bucket is a similar topic or theme that appeals to your target audience. Consider bucket the equivalent of category. Imagine you have a bucket. You put a treat in the bucket and set it on your front porch. Meanwhile, your neighbor has set out a row of different colored buckets, and each bucket contains a different treat. Every day, a group of neighborhood kids walk down your street and choose which houses are treat stash to raid. Which house do you think they will choose? Which house would you choose? It's safe to assume we all would choose the house with lots of different kinds of treats. People who frequent the YouTube neighborhood also want variety as much as they might love that one amazing video on your channel. They don't want to watch it every time they visit. This is why having a variety of buckets to draw from matters. All you If all you ever offer is cookie videos, your viewers will stop coming back for more cookies because sometimes they want a donut or a candy bar or a soda. So then how to choose your buckets? Choosing your channel bucket is really fun. Go to your videos and look for patterns among them. Especially consider your top performing videos and make sure you create a bucket for them. Group similar videos and title each bucket. Refer to your FAQs, SAQ list you made earlier in this may cover the important topic. Then how to create buckets? How do you put a video in the bucket? Once you have labeled your content buckets by topic or theme, make sure the video that are grouped together have similar metadata. They should have similar titles, keywords, descriptions, and tags. The video should be similarly structured as well. The framework, pacing, and editing should follow specific patterns. That's all about these buckets. Next thing is we need to keep it simple. It's easy for YouTube creators to get stuck in a content strategy rut. Yes, it's important to plan and it's important to implement tactics to utilize your data. But sometimes the answer is to keep it simple. As long as you remember to strategize for your audience and strategize is for the algorithm, you will be fine. Optimize for mobile and create data relationships among your content so YouTube will keep recommending you to the viewers. And don't forget the first part of this chapter title, create keeping your content fresh and interesting always the best strategy. So you can do one exercise with 5 simple tasks. Task number 1, look at your video library and group similar videos together. Task number 2, label these groups of videos by topic. These have become your buckets. Task number 3, analyze your videos in your buckets using the 4 W's in action exercise. Task number 4, analyze your titles and thumbnails in each bucket by looking for patterns among the ones with the highest CTR and AVD. Task number 5, plan, create and upload a new video that will fall into one of your buckets. So that's all for this video. Here we have seen creating a YouTube content strategies. In part 1 we discussed about the strategies for your audience, how to create, collaborate and curate, know where viewers are coming from, and all we have discussed. In part 2 we have discussed about us strategize to leverage the algorithm. In this about search, recommended, suggested we have discussed. Then data relationships, then video description, playlist and YouTube mix we have discussed. Then community posts and stories, and then we went to 10 polls. Then we have seen video buckets, how to create your buckets we have seen, and how to and then how to keep it simple after seeing perspective, both perspective, audience perspective and YouTube perspective. After creating the content, how to keep it simple also we have seen. And then we went for 5 task exercise. And then you can do it. And that's all for this video. Let's meet in next video. Thank you.